trying to get him out the game. Not the first time, not the second time, for the third time, they have tried to get Donnie out, right? And they already got the suspect identified. You see the picture in the back. And I know you're thinking, which Donnie are you talking about? There's only one Donnie, baby. So this gentleman here, our president, it appears as though there has been a third attempt publicly, at least publicly, on his life. They already have the suspect apprehended. They have his background information, his address, his occupation, all that. But without further ado, I just want to show y'all a small clip that I initially seen.
Executed at a residence associated with this man. They're also...
By the way, the first thing that popped into my mind was, how did he get in there, right? All this modern technology, the police, security guards, you got all these things going on. How could he have gotten in there? We're about to show you.
At his hotel room, obviously.
So this is the initial footage. Extremely blurry. Don't worry. I got some other clips that are more clear that I'm going to show you here shortly. But this is the initial footage of the security cam. He's to the far left. You can barely see him, but he's there.
Any items they can find there.
And he runs. Look at that speed, too. And the first thing they do is duck, because they're trying to figure out what's going on. This is
executed at a residence associated with this man. They're also at his hotel room, obviously, checking and going through any items they can find there. Again, he's been charged.
So he initially runs past them. So apparently that's how he's able to get past. So somehow he gets to the front door, right? Maybe he got some type of security badge, some type of reason to be there. Maybe he was invited. But then once he gets to the point where it's time to check in, he just simply runs past, right? And you see they jumped out of the way because they're trying to figure out what's going on. Their initial thing is, hold on, what's going on? And they draw down.
Counts including assaulting a federal officer and using a weapon in the commission of a crime. Law enforcement officials are expected to do
But after a couple seconds, that's when, like, hold on, we think he's doing something. And that's when they start running over there. Now, there were some shots exchanged, and you can actually, there were some shots exchanged. This is prior to the situation. Everyone's smiling, laughing, having a good time, right? We came for a dinner. It's supposed to be good vibes, unification, all that. And you can hear it initially, and no one's thinking like these are actual shots. Would you think these, if you were in a place that you believe is secure, right, has hundreds of members of law enforcement, of different service branches, right? You're not, the last thing you're thinking is someone got past. So let me rewind it real quick because you can kind of hear it. Not kind of, you can listen. So you hear the shots and everyone's reacting normal. No one knows at this moment. Almost sounds like a balloon. Maybe someone's popping a balloon. And that's when they break the news to him, like, hey, we got to move you, right? Because at that point, they're talking, they're communicating. We got to move you. Something's going on. You can immediately see the look difference on everyone's face, like, oh, hold on. One thing you notice if you've never been in these type of situations is a lot of people wait for confirmation. No one wants to look silly. People rather look normal than concerned about safety, right? Same thing when I was, I remember when I was in Bangkok, where I seen a similar situation like this as far as panics of thousands of people, but people wait before they react. After they start getting down, look at this older gentleman though. He's sitting there the entire time. He's like, So I'm not getting down. It's almost like he wants something to happen to him. Look, he's still not down. This older guy's still not down. Like, he got up for a second to stand up. Hold on, what's going on? And then he just sat down while everyone's trying to get behind the table. He don't care. He's still chilling. He don't care at all. Now, the first thing I wondered after this was also, in Donald Trump fashion, what would he do after? So I typed in Donald Trump unaliving speaks, right? And guess what happened? He had to speak. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing for you.
Multiple
30 seconds.
weapons, and he was taken down
Multiple weapons, not one.
by some very brave members of Secret Service, and they acted very quickly, and have just released, for purposes of transparency, clarity, I've ordered it to be put out. You probably have it by now, put out on Truth and put out on many other platforms. A tape showing the violence of this thug that attacked our Constitution.
So that was the initial clip that I showed you, the one where it's like grainy, not great details. That's because it came from a security cam. So that's the one that he put out on Truth. For those who don't know, Truth is like his own social media platform. So that's why he's promoting that, and he's not saying the other names. Not saying he's doing anything wrong. I'm just saying that's why he said that. But we haven't actually identified the person. I mean, they got his occupation. They got everything about him already. So as you can see, this is him in a picture. We got his age. And he's a teacher, of all things. This dude is in education. I guess he's not too educated, right? This is him. They did exchange fire. From my understanding, no one is critically injured, right? And I believe only the suspect has some injuries. So I don't believe there was any innocent lives taken or any casualties like that. But they did have an interesting fact here. Federal Election Commission records show he donated $25 to Kamala Harris, presidential campaign in October 2024. What does that tell you? They're already doing background on this individual. Mind you, this just happened a couple hours ago. They already know who he is, how old is he, where's he from, what political party he identifies with. Best believe they're looking at his bank statements. They're talking to his parents, his neighbors, the school he worked at, etc. They're doing all the research to see the motive. What's this guy doing? Why did he do it? How did he go from California or Torrance, California to here? What's going on, right? They're doing all the research about him. And look at this picture. I thought this picture was kind of funny. Like, he looks a little off in that picture. I'm just going to say it straightforward. He doesn't look like he may be all the way there mentally, right? Now, we probably all had coworkers who joke about how much they dislike certain things going on in the country, but this guy took it to another extent. Open fire at the White House Correspondents Dinner on Saturday night has been identified as Cole Allen of Torrance, California, with President Trump calling him a likely lone wolf whack job who looked pretty evil. And I didn't read that before. So it's funny that he said the look thing, because I just saw the picture and I thought it'd be interesting to see. But yeah, he does look a little cuckoo. You can just kind of look at him and just tell, like, the look he got in his eyes may not be the best. And he graduated from California Institute of Technology in 2017 with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. That's a good school, from my understanding, and a good degree. I'm just curious, like, why would he throw this all away? Did he think he could actually get away with it? Did he not care about life? Did he dislike the president that much? So many questions in my mind. I'm just like, what's going on here? See, they got his address and everything. They're already outside his address, reporters. So if the reporters are doing this, we can only imagine what law enforcement and the powers to be are doing. Associate Press, which cited unmanned alone. Yeah, so as of right now, looks like no. It's funny, they said the Act Blue thing too. As of right now, it looks like no critical injuries. I just thought that was so interesting. But yeah, what do y'all think? Let me know what y'all think about this situation. Is it good? Is it bad? Do you think he's by himself? Why do you think he did this? I mean, 31 is fairly young too, so like he had so much life potential, especially with a degree like that. You know, I'm just curious. Like, man, was president of the Asian said tutored several high school students who were members of the organization. That's what I'm saying. A mathematics degree in engineering, he had to be making in Cali. He had to be making like, I'm thinking 120 at least a year, 120,000 a year. But hey, you know they say money is not everything. Money doesn't buy happiness. All those classic quotes. But let me know what y'all think down below.